going to look at reflections and what a reflection is. Here you can see I've got the letter L made, and I've got this green line here which is going to act as the mirror line. And you've sort of got to treat this as if you were looking through the mirror, and what would you see of yourself when you look through the mirror. So if your face was here, you would see through the mirror line your face looking back at you in this area here. So in this case, the letters A and B are here, and the line AB is here. And if it were looking at itself through the mirror line, which is the green line here, it would be looking back at those. In other words, the distance from B to the mirror line, A to the mirror line, would be exactly the same as the distance from the mirror line to the new A and the distance from the new line to the mirror line to the new B. So to show you this, I'm just going to reflect this through the mirror line first. And now we can see that B and B are each one square, B and B dashed are one square away from the mirror line, A and A dashed are one square away from the mirror line, F is 4 squares and F dash is 4 squares, E is 4 squares and E dashed is 4 squares, and D is 3 squares and D dashed is 3. So each point in this object ends up being exactly at the same distance away from the mirror line when it's reflected to make this image. And we call, there's some labels that need to go on here. This is the object, or the thing that is being reflected is called the object. So this is the object. The line that you are reflecting through is called the mirror line. And the new object is called the image. So the object is reflected through the mirror line to make the image. Each point ends up being exactly the same distance away from the mirror line, and I can show you this by measuring that distance. So the distance from D to the mirror line is 3, as you can see there. And the distance from D dash to the mirror line is also 3. The distance from B to the mirror line is 1. And the distance from B dash to the mirror line is also 1. Okay, so the only other thing in this first tutorial is to show you that in fact the angle between B and B dash is 180 degrees. That is, B makes an angle of 90 degrees with the mirror line, in fact. So if I put a point here and here, I can measure that angle now. So I have to go the other way. Oh, well, I'll do that, and I'll get rid of it, and I'll go this way, from here to here to here. So that angle is 90 degrees, and the angle on the other side will also be 90 degrees. And in fact, B and B dash will be 180 degrees away from each other, and this mirror line will be the perpendicular bisector of that distance between the two objects and the mirror line. The same happens up here. If I put another point in here and I now put in the angle D to G. I'll come back the other way again. So that's 90 degrees, as is this one here. So again, that is 180 degrees, and this line will be the perpendicular bisector. In fact, I can show you that by putting in a line segment between here and here, and a line segment from here to here, and then I can ask this to put in the perpendicular line to this perpendicular bisector to that line by just clicking on it, and you can see it clicks over the mirror line, and the same there with that one. I hope this tutorial points out some of the basics of reflection.